Hello everybody, I'm the Kaito, welcome back. This time I will talk about the Secret of Mana remake. I need to do something here. I can make a new save file with a new text here. Okay. Yeah, we will call our friend Randy. Randy. It's a little bit loud. Okay, I would like to talk about the Secret of Mana remake today, for the last part, because this is a good thing. We are seeing the... It's a little bit loud. Funnily, it's a bit loud. There went some things wrong for the people here, for the remake of Secret of Mana. Let's skip this cutscene. This looks pretty okay, I guess. It's hand-drawn and such. But there are some things, like these, which are not so cool for many people. Many people are thinking that these animated cutscenes are poorly made. I mean, they don't have... Microphone, please. Come on. Why is it not holding? The microphone is not holding anymore. It's not holding. Please hold. Okay. What I want to say is that many people are complaining about the how the cutscenes are made. The cutscenes are not so good animated. This is just a fact. They are looking really clunky and I don't know. Well, the gameplay is more or less the same like in the original. It is... the problem is that the original developer of the Mana series is not doing this anymore. So that's the reason why you could say that it is not the same anymore. But technically the game is still the same. I mean, many people are saying that the graphics are some sort of hey, it looks like a smartphone game or something. And not a game like what you can call, hey, it's a full-fledged console game or something. And I think it could be worse. It could be worse. It's not really an insult if you say the game looks like a mobile game or a handy game or something. I mean, there are many handy games or smartphone games which looks fantastic nowadays. But as you can see, the animations, they are not moving the mouth when they are speaking, for example. This is something you could technically criticize. It is weird how they animated it, because sometimes I was seeing this Randy is not really doing anything. He's just staring and isn't moving anything, anyhow, and well, it looks like he is a little bit stiff. Stiff is probably the correct word. But on the other hand, there are some glitches and bugs in this game, and it crashes a lot. I think, okay, what can I say? Many people are also complaining about how the... Yeah, right. Many people are saying that the... how you go into another map, how this goes. I mean, technically it is a little bit weird, because the character is not going into the map or to the left or right side or top or down. The map just ends and the loading screen is getting triggered. this is what happens when you are going into another location. Am I having the original soundtrack or the other one? I don't know. Okay, let's wait a second. Let's pick the remake soundtrack. Okay, let's pick the remake soundtrack. Yeah, there are also costumes, tiger suit, Mugu suit for the characters, which when you are pre-ordering the game or when you are buying the game, then you are getting this. I think it's cool. But many people are saying, well, costumes are not looking that good. But to be honest, it could be worse. For me, it could be worse. I don't know how the enemies are limited. If the enemies are limited. I played this game through for 100%. I really made a 100% run for the game. I have a save file where I have made well, everything. Indeed, I made everything for this game. I got indeed everything, and this was pretty hard work, to be honest. I need to hurry up a bit, to be honest. But the enemies are really evil on some points. The drops for the chests are a bit higher, as it seems. Or I have just a high amount of luck here. I don't know for sure. The XP are technically the same like in the in the original. As you can see here now, when I go to the next map, the screen fades away and the next map is loaded. In the original, the character just goes into the it just goes to the left, and the next map is getting triggered or loaded. And this is something many people didn't like. Like for example, the cannon traveling is not existing anymore, not that much. If you go into the cannon, the cannon scene where the characters are getting thrown out and pushed away are not existing. And we still have a limitation of 3 enemies at the same time on the screen, as you can see. You cannot have more than 3 enemies at the same time on the screen. Even if there are more than 3 enemies technically on the screen or in this map. But there is no other... there's no possibility that you have more than 3 characters or enemies on the screen. They kept the limitation for some reasons, and yeah, that's how it is. Well, for the graphics, you can technically complain. I mean, it feels a bit weird, yeah. It feels a bit weird on some points, yeah. But it could be worse. It could be much more worse. On the other hand, I understand why people are saying this. But if you're looking around and seeing all this, it still feels okay for me, to be honest. It still feels okay for me. It could be better and it could be worse. This is what I say. It is not the best. Yeah, it is not the best. But okay, I'm fine with that. What I need to say is that many of the bosses, for example, are not... They are acting more or less like the same like in the original. And this is somehow a little bit weird because they cannot just use the same eye for the bosses. Or for the enemies. And you will see very short why. The gameplay is a little bit differently as for the original. It is technically the same, but the enemy's behavior is mostly the same, as you can see. When you are standing in the back of this enemy here, he is jumping. And he's doing this all the time. So it goes a lot faster than in the original. And this is uncool. And then he is making me unconsciousness, and he is casting all the time, and he's doing all these skills, and he can hold me in a huge combo technically when he wants to do this. Then he's doing this gem missile, and he's doing this, and I need a really long time to go up again. Why does this skull have a hole in the in the head? Why does this skull has a hole in the head? I never noticed this before. I don't know how often I played this remake, but I never noticed that this skull has having a head, a hole in the head. I don't really know. And yeah, there was a huge lag when I defeated the boss. A huge lag for some reasons. And when you play the original, you know how differently this is. I mean, when you beat the boss, then there's a huge light which shines out of the enemy, which shows you that the enemy has been defeated. But this is not the case here. This is not the case here. And I guess many people are a little bit sad about this. That some of these little features or these little gimmicks are not in the remake. For Trials of Mana, you can say they learned. It seems like that they learned. And but what I think, which is really nice about this remake, is that if you are reaching some points of the game, the characters are interacting with each other in the inns. When you are sleeping at the inn and the characters are you have reached a certain point of the game, then the characters are talking about this. What pretty dumb is that if you are not sleeping that often in the inn, because you don't need to, and you reached a pretty high, let's say end game, then the characters are still talking about what has happened at the beginning. So this is a little bit dumb, because you have reached a point already. And yeah. Well, it feels like this is I don't know, it looks okay. I think it looks okay. The developers of the Secret of Mana remake said or stated that they have made some things or work with an engine which they are not really capable of, or they didn't really I don't know, they didn't really was knowing for what they are doing about it. They didn't quite know what they did there, and still they tried their best. That's the reason why, because this engine didn't really work out well on the PlayStation 4 as it seems. They have used the same engine, when I'm correctly informed, like in Adventures of Mana for the PlayStation Vita and for the smartphone. And that's probably the reason why this is a little bit weird. By the way, here's the protagonist of Adventures of Mana, or Final Fantasy Adventures. And yeah, many people are complaining about the soundtrack, but I guess the soundtrack is okay. It is okay, it can be much more worse, but I guess there are soundtracks from other games which are, yeah, much more worse. I mean, this is... You can talk about Peanuts. You can talk about Peanuts technically, but it doesn't really matter. Well, fortunately, if your game is crashing, then you have... Wait a second. I need to watch something. When the game is crashing, this is not so bad. I mean, there is an autosave, and the autosave are always happening when you are. The autosave is always happening when you are leaving the map, and when you are reaching a new map. So even if the game is crashing, for what reason well, for whatever reason, then the game is you can progress at this point at the game where you have entered a new zone. So it is okay for me. It is okay for me if this crashes sometimes, and I don't really care about it. To be honest, I try to speedrun this, but I mostly am failing at the point of the beginning, mostly. Because there is a really scary passage or scene where you can fail very hard when you are trying to speedrun this. Especially when you are, not when you are new or something, no. I mean when you are trying to go to a certain point in the woods, for example. There are these chopping hooks, which are pretty evil because they can hit instantly. They are hitting instantly and you cannot do anything about it. You cannot do anything about it when you are getting hit instantly. I don't know what you can do about it, because you mostly get very much damage, and this is just a thing which is not so cool. These guys are really scary. These guys are really scary. And yeah, I mean, if you're looking this at Dialogue's model, for example, this looks... He looks very untextured. The face looks really untextured if you see this. I don't know if I am the only one who's thinking about it, but some models of the game are not textured pretty good. Technically, I can... Well, we can talk about this or not. Technically. Well, on the other hand, I enjoyed the remake. I mean, for example, this track here. There are many tracks or many people who are saying the soundtrack is bad and the soundtrack is just weird and such. But on the other hand, if you are hearing this track, for example, it is really calmly and nice. I'm not a good expert in music and such. No, not even the slightest. Not even the slightest. But I can say that this still looks okay, and it still feels okay. And if you are running around here and seeing this water palace here, when you're seeing this and when you're looking at this, and you see there is a background down there where water is and such, it still feels nice somehow. It still feels satisfying, and I don't know. But on the other hand, there's in the original Secret of Mana there was many content which has cut, and you can see this pretty well when you are going into rooms like this, for example, because this room here, this isn't doing anything. These rooms here, these both rooms are not doing anything. I mean, why does Luca have a prison here? Why does she have a prison here? For what reason? And this probably was something for cut content, or what they wanted to do, or what they tried to do. Well, then we got Chrono Trigger, which is an, yeah, let's say, it is a good product of the cut content from the Secret of Mana. From Secret of Mana's cut content. Well, I will not talk much about the story. No, I will not. Because the story is the same. The story is completely the same. I played the German version, mostly. And the German version was totally different in comparison to the original German version of the game. The reason for that is that the original Super Nintendo version of Secret of Mana in German was totally trashy. It was a totally trash translation. They put it in some totally, well, stupid shit. Let's say they put in some stupid shit, and they put in some stuff which is not making much sense in many things. It was funny, yeah, it was funny, but for today's time, it is not really fitting. This is what I think. This is what I think, to be honest. And I need to watch out that I save to the right, to the correct save point. And yeah, this is what I meant. Well, there are quick slots, which are cool. But on the other hand, the wait a second, my wife texted me. Okay, I don't care. Juckt mich doch nicht. This is not okay. I don't care. Sorry for the Germanish. I don't care. And yeah, when you see this, when you all see this, I mean, it still looks nice to me, to be honest. It still looks nice to me. Well, I don't know how I would make this. If I say what a remake is, I would say it's just the same game, just with better graphics. For me, that is something what I think is a remake. And that's what I meant, or that's what I mean. You see this, you see all of this, and you probably would think it's low content, or it's low product. And I would technically agree with you. I would technically agree. I mean, the original was something totally different in many ways. The gameplay is technically the same, but it has changed a bit. It has changed a bit for the reason that they wanted to do a more or less fresh and still classic experience. I guess this was the wrong way. This was something what they did a little bit wrong. I mean, you can only do the same thing or the one or the other. This is the only thing you can get. But doing the two things at the same time, like, hey, we make now the original classic gameplay and putting in some new stuff, well, this works not pretty well. You really have a round movement here in... Yeah, you can really move around pretty high, and you can do a lot of things here. With the camera is not existing because this is a set camera. You still have the 4 candies or 4 amounts of candies or 4 amount of items which you can get. And well, that's okay. You can change this in the options that you are getting, or that you are having more than 4. I guess you can set up to, what was it, 9 candies? Or 9 items of the same amount? I guess it was 9. I guess, let me see. There is something in the options, probably. Yeah, item limit was probably 8 and 12, okay. 8 and 12. I don't need this. I would play this with the original feeling. And yeah. That's why I'm playing like how I play. I mean, I think it's... I think many people would say, okay, this is good, but I don't really mind. I mean, 4 items were okay. It made the game a little bit harder. To be honest, yes. It made the game a little bit harder, but it's okay for me. It's okay for me. So, I can't complain. Yeah, it was somehow a bit stupid. What I don't quite liked about the game is about how these mushrooms are somehow, yeah, how they are reacting and such. I mean, if they are pulling out this skill here and you're hitting them, and or they already made it, then you can still get hit for some reasons. I don't know why. This is somehow a mistake. I don't know why this happens. I really don't know. But sometimes it's happening, and I can't explain, to be honest. I cannot explain. And there are some things I need to take with me. And the dash or the percentage bar on the down screen, on the bottom screen, is yeah, somehow weird. because it is refilled after the screen has faded completely back to normal, and I don't know why this is. I could show you. I can show you if you want to. I would not. No way. I don't need to. Yeah, I'll save the game. I'll just save the game. Thank you so much. And yeah, the green, the third slot is the autosave slot. So if you're running around and you see your percentage are, yeah, going down, and then it goes up, and I screwed this up. Sorry for that. Well, in the original you cannot just go to a certain direction while you're sprinting. But in the remake you can sprint how you want. So this is something new. If you run around and your percentage goes down, when you watch now the bottom screen, you see that the bar is filled again when the screen is faded completely back to normal. Even if you can walk already before the screen has faded back completely. This is somehow what is sometimes a little bit weird. The next thing is what I can criticize is how some weapons are, or how the gameplay style of some weapons are. I mean, the sword is cool. The sword is cool, but the lance is extremely slow. The lance is extremely slow for some reasons. I don't know why. It seems they patched some things. The last time I checked, I don't know how long this has been. I haven't played for a long time the remake, to be honest. I haven't played for a long time. Yeah, it is as I mentioned before, technically the same gameplay. I mean, these enemies are lowered to the ground when you are hitting them. I mean, these guys here are a little bit longer on the ground when you see this. As in the original, they are not that long at the ground, and sometimes you see that you have an invincibility frame when you are hitting. Then you're having an invincibility frame. This goes for every single weapon. I don't know why, but I think it's cool. Sort of forgot how cool this game is, to be honest. I totally forgot. I have played so much Trials of Mana that I totally forgot how cool this game is here. And this is something pretty cool. Yeah, I guess they patched this out. This was in the original when I've seen this. But the damage are getting set pretty slowly, like the XP. When you are hitting the enemy and they are fading away, that is the moment where you get the XP. I don't know why, but this is how it is. So you won't get any XP if you're not waiting till the enemy is disappearing while you have defeated it. This is so weird. But I think the models of the monsters are pretty cool. I really like them. I really like the models of the monsters. This is something what is... I don't know, they are looking so cute. They are looking so cute and so cool. I don't know what to say about these. These are looking so cool. And yeah, it feels like the first time I played it. Somehow it feels like the first time I played it. Well, it is not the first time I played it. You have seen my my save file where I am level 95, I guess. I guess 95. Yeah, I have leveled a lot. I have leveled a lot in this game. I'm so insane. I've played a really high amount. I got a really high amount of playtime and such. Well, let's take the girl with us. Let's take the lady with us. We will do some things here. I'll show you. I'll show you some things. I hope I have the time for it. I guess I will have, but I'll see. I will hurry up a bit. Because there are some bugs and glitches which I would like to show you. The game itself, you can be pretty fast for the game, to be honest. You can be very fast for the game. This is something which is pretty cool. Because you can double the sword in this game. Yeah, I can show you how. I hope I can make this. I hope I'm not so bad. But technically, I think it is just the same game. Just, well, with the only difference that the graphics is better and that the soundtrack is a bit rearranged, that there are some added cutscenes and such. The gameplay is a little bit... I don't know if I would say it's better or worse. I think it's still good. It's still good. I really am. But these guys are really scary. These guys can shoot infinitely. If you are going in here for the first time, when you are here too early. I am technically here too early. Then you will probably have a hard time. I mean, these guys here, they can make your life hell. They can make your life hell. And I mean it. I really mean it. I mean, these can make so huge combos. You really need to use your invincibility frame when you are hitting the enemy. When you are hitting, you cannot hit by the enemy. So this is the invincibility frame I was talking about. So that's the reason why I'm using. But you have a higher range with the sword. The sword didn't got that high range, to be honest. The range was not that high in the original. Ow. This is what I meant. They are doing a lot of damage. They're doing a lot of damage. And these guys are really scary when you are going here into the first time. They were scary before in the original too, yes, but not that scary. And Neko is here. Well, Neko is... I don't know why he's called Neko, because in the Secret of Mana he's called Nicolo. Eventually he's not the same person, but he's... Eventually Nicolo is an ancestor of Neko, I guess. And yeah, many people... In the original, many people are just using this... are using this guy, or... yeah, this guy mostly, who... to make a glitch. To perform the infinite money glitch. This is in the original, but this can break your game. This can break your game completely. And you don't want to break your game completely. That's the reason why I haven't performed it on the Collection of Mana yet. I'm thinking about it. And yeah, we will go to this location here. Because we can see the lady here. These guys are a lot more scarier than in the... a lot more easier than in the original. They are really slow at some points. They are really slow at some points. But they still can give you a hard time if you are not watching. But... well, this was a bad idea. You can die while you get healed. This is something really stupid. You can get healed. You can get killed while you are healing yourself. This is something really dumb. In the original it was not the case. That if you are healing yourself, with a candy or with a healing skill, you are not about to you're not about to get hit. But here it is like this. Okay, then we have the lady, so or the girl. And we just take her with us, and we need her to perform the glitch. The young lady will be called Prim. Okay, we need to go out somehow. This is really hard, to be honest. This is really hard to be honest, because when we are going out, I need to switch the weapons here, by the way. And when we are going out, this can be really hard. She's not allowed to die. Final Fantasy XIV got an update. Okay, cool. This can be really hard. I really need to be extra careful here, because the lady doesn't have any equipment. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, I got equipment for her. I got some equipment for her. But still, I need to be extra careful here. Because these guys having a high range, and I need to be really careful that I not get hit. Okay. Okay. We can make this. Yeah, this is the frame where you can get hit for some reasons. I don't know why. I really don't know. But you need to be really careful if you are doing this. Oh, this was a bad idea. It was really a bad idea. Okay, Prim is leveling up pretty good here. But this is the scariest part if you do the speed run or something. Yeah, Chopping Hoods are really scary in this game. I don't know if... And the respawn is really weird here. And Randy is of course not allowed to die too. So, if he is dying too, then we are screwed up. We screwed up a bit. So that's the reason why we heal Randy. Randy, you will open this. Okay. If Randy is getting hit, it's not that bad. Okay, let's just run around. And we made it. Okay, we made it out somehow alive. So, the girl, so Prim, needs to wear the sword. I don't know if this is makeable in the original. Well, I guess you can duplicate the weapon. I heard about that you can duplicate the weapon on the original, but it's a totally different method. You really will see. You will shortly see why. I hope we can. I hope we will see this soon. Well, technically I can't play Randy now. Well, the computer players are pretty dumb too. If what's pretty dumb in this game is that if you are already having hit the enemy which is on the ground, you cannot hit him again. So there are no combos or something. Not really. There were combos in the original, but in this game it doesn't really matter if you are hitting the enemy or not. This doesn't really matter. This really is, well, pretty dumb and stupid. So, but you will see soon why I prepared all this. Probably will see soon. Have you seen this? Randy tried to hit the bee, but I already have hit the bee with the sword, so Randy couldn't do a hit. Like this. Well, this worked. The boss bee got a critical hit, and yeah, the characters are sometimes a bit dumb and stucking somewhere. This is something pretty funny. But there are other glitches which has been patched out. I know this. I'm not aware there has been other glitches that has been patched out. I guess this is still working, but there was another glitch with I guess it was the fists. The fists were pretty broken. The fists were really broken in this game. You could reach other layers about the map. So okay. Now we will just take Prim, go inside of this, and we just say, yeah, we know. I don't care about if you want to go to Alien's castle. Normally you need to say this. Wait a second. No, I don't care. I don't care about it. I don't care, I want to go in there. Yeah, I need to go underground palace. And then she is leaving the party with a sword. So, I have now the sword with me, but Prim has also the sword right now. So I will go here now. Oh, there we go. This is good. So I can take the sword now. And if I keep the sword right now and not changing it anymore, then I have two swords. When I get Prim back. When I get Prim back, I will have two swords too. Or I have the sword too with Randy. And these blobs here, these slimes, are pretty easy here. This guy has a hole in the head too. Why? Why does this guy has a hole in the head? I don't know. I never noticed this. But I think the models from Trials of Mana from the enemies are totally different from as like these guys. The reason why Trials of Mana Remake looks totally different from this one is that they are using another engine. A totally different engine, and this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool, to be honest. This is pretty insane. The enemy's behavior is technically the same like in the original Secret of Mana. I don't know why they haven't changed it, but well, could it be... Oh, okay, damn it. I thought there would be a rare drop in it. Sometimes they can drop in equipment, which is pretty cool. I totally missed the times where this was happening. Because in Trials of Mana the only way to get drops from equipment are from the... Oh, yeah, for sure! The only way to get equipment from enemies are the equipment seeds or the gear seeds. And not like here you can sometimes get just normal drops, equipment drops. The reason for the seeds, I don't know why they made this. It was probably something to experiment or something, I don't really know. It is an interesting way. It is an interesting way to get equipment and such. But on the other hand, I would like to have the normal way where the enemies are getting or are dropping it. But I know that many people are still preferring the original Secret of Mana. And I can understand why. I really can understand it. This passage here, by the way, is in the original Secret of Mana not in a certain way or a loading zone or something. This is just something where you just go through it. I still don't know if this is some sort of goblin head or something. I don't know. It looks somehow like a goblin head. Normally you are getting through it and the screen fades to the top of the screen with your character, with Randy. And this is how it goes. This goes totally different in the original. And that's probably something which many people didn't like too, but well, I don't really mind. It is okay if there is loading zones in the game. I mean, the original got loading zones too, yes, but they are different. They are different. Let's say I go into this and it looks like that, yeah. It looks like that when you are going into these kind of things. Oh, there could be a rare drop in it. I hope so. I'm a little bit careful here right now. Ah, poison needles, damn it. Okay, not so bad. Yeah, these guys can yeah, duplicate themselves. It seems also like that they have this same status and the same status points and such, how they were in the original. It feels a bit, yeah. When you are at stairs, for example, or at some points where the ground is a little bit higher or deeper, it feels a bit clunky to hit the enemies. It's nearly impossible to hit the enemies. It's nearly impossible to hit the enemies on some points. I don't know why. I don't know why it's somehow really weird. But these guys are a pretty good way to level up your character. I think it's a good way. I mean, you just need to wait till the enemy is duplicating itself, and I miss all the time for some reasons. But it is cool that you can always hit the character, the enemy. Sometimes in the original there are enemies which you cannot hit all the time when they are lying on the ground. There are some certain sprites, or let's say some certain, yeah, how do I put this? Some certain, again. Really? There are some certain things when the enemies are lying on the ground. They have different sprites and such, where how they look when they are lying on the ground. In the remake, they are always the same when they are lying on the ground. Okay, and here we have poison needles. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, we got the magic rope. The magic rope is here totally different. You can use this all the time. In Trials of Mana, this is the totally normal usable item. So you can use it all the time, and such here. In Trials of Mana, it's totally different. It has the same the complete same. Yeah, it has the complete same use, but it is different how you get it. You can just normally buy it from stores and such. But well, I don't know. When I see this cave, the water looks pretty okay, I guess. I think it looks good. I mean, the environment could be technically better. Technically. But it is okay. But on the other hand, there were some, let's say, vanilla Secret of Mana remake. For example, when you go into your wing menu, the items which you are seeing does not give you any, yeah, let's say, it does not give you any description of what they are doing. So, when you are seeing your items here, teleports to the entrance, recovers 100 HP. In the vanilla Secret of Mana remake, this wasn't standing there. Many people were confused, especially newer people. And there's probably the reason why they are changed this. But what I think is the huge but here. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I think it's okay if you just try out. It's something what I think. I think it's okay if you just try out and see for yourself what other items are doing. Or what the items are doing. It is not for the time today that an RPG is not telling you what items you need, what items are, what the usage is of the items. It is totally not, naturally. And I totally forgot to change something. Totally forgot to change something in the YouTube in the YouTube stream. I'm sorry. But for me, it has the classic gameplay. It has the classic gameplay. So it is for me okay if the items are not telling me what they are doing. They didn't do this on the original too. So that's the reason why it's okay for me. But yeah, I can understand this. I totally can understand this. It's totally fine for me. If other players are thinking that this is not so cool, then I can understand this. I can totally understand this. So, now we are at the dwarves. Pretty easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We go to what? Well, it looks like... yeah, please do. It looks like that... As you can see, it's more or less the same, but the animation is a little bit differently. But, well, you probably would think it's still lame. It still looks lame, what you probably think, for what today's... Or what you can do today, or nowadays. They can do nowadays a lot, probably. I guess what I think is why they screwed this one up a bit is the reason that they can make it better for Trials of Mana. That is just what I think. This is not how it is. Probably not. And well, it is my opinion. My opinion is, and what I think about this is that they screwed it up, and they knew it. They know that they screwed it up a bit, but they wanted to do this better, and that's the reason why they are changing this that much. On the other hand, this game is a lot faster than the original, on many aspects. On other aspects, it is not that fast as you can eventually think. What I want to say is, if the menus are pretty fast and how that goes all the time and such, it feels very fast. It really feels very fast, to be honest, and this is something pretty cool. I mean, this game is already out for how long? How long is this now out? I don't know. Secret of Mana, PC, Steam. This is cool. Oh well, now some people are saying this game is good. I don't know. I cannot find a date for some reasons. Maybe here. Can you show us the original releases or the new releases? February 15th February 2018. Well, it's about over 1.5 years. 1.5 years is this game already out, and then suddenly they came up with Trials of Mana for the West this year. A year after all this, let's say a year after all this, they came suddenly with Trials of Mana for the West, and then they said, "Hey, let's make a remake of Trials of Mana," because of reasons, because we like. And this is something cool, right? I mean, it is cool. I think it is cool. Well, this took a while right now. And I guess they want to apologize to us. With the release for the Collection of Mana, or of the Collection of Mana, and the remake for Trials of Mana, it seems they want to apologize to us. It feels like it. It feels like they want to apologize that they screwed up the remake a bit, the Secret of Mana remake, because many people say this is not worth for, or this is some sort of insult for the original. I say this is overreacting. Because if you see how many people are in the Mana series team, then I would say it is an insult to say that. I mean, many people are trying to do something good. What I would really hope for the Secret of Mana remake, I guess they will not do anything for it anymore. I don't think so. But I would hope that they will do some updates for the game, so this will improve a lot. You can see that they are putting very much effort into the Trials of Mana remake. You can see this if you are seeing the trailer and you see the gameplays and such. This feels totally different from the original, and it's okay. It's totally okay. But the Secret of Mana remake, well, many people are not liking this. And I have said already why. I have said a lot why. I mean, this game, for many people this game feels unfinished. And what I hope for this game is that they will add a patch or something, or a new update, that the game will feel finished for the people. But it is hard to satisfy every single person. It is, as a game developer, you have a hard time to satisfy every single person. And I guess you cannot do this. There's no way to satisfy every single person. Every time, or there will always be some people who will complain, no matter what the developers are doing. No matter. In my case, I have sometimes the feeling that the enemies sometimes are having a weird hitbox and such. They're having a weird hitbox sometimes. This is what I feel somehow. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks like this, but many people or many enemies are having a weird hitbox. This is what I think. And I don't know, it's now standing at level 1. There. Well, it's not worth to charge the weapon attack, as you can see here. And when I already have talked about this a little bit in my latest video, where I put on the message to all the Mana fans or Mana series fans, because so many people, there are so many people out there, and probably so many people who like the Mana series. And I'm serious about this. And you know, when I was younger, I had a friend who played mostly every day Secret of Mana with me on the Super Nintendo. And we did mostly everything in this game. We tried many things out. This was the game. This was this time where many rumors have spread, where the internet was incoming, and where the internet was not really a thing, and where rumors was just spread per mouth telling. And we thought about what could happen in several situations. For example, there is in the final dungeon in the Minor Fortress, there is this one room where a single platform is in the middle of the room, and we have tried many things out to get to there and try to think about, is there something, or could there be something and such, and I don't know. But hey, Popoi is cute, right? I like Popoi. She's one of the best characters. Well, even if Popoi is not really having a gender. Popoi is not really having a gender. She is, let's say, I know that in the original version of Secret of Mana, she is, bro. In the original Super Nintendo version of Secret of Mana, she is, I guess in the English version she is male. In the German version she is female. And in the Japanese version she has no gender. But this is what I remember. Cool thing though is that you still can play this with 3 players. I think that's cool. This is a really cool thing, to be honest. And yeah, this is what I really like about the game. There's something what I really like about the game. It has still the feeling that I can play with my friends or with my wife, and this made a lot of fun. It's made a lot of fun. And yeah, there are some things. There are some cool things here. There are still some cool things, and I don't know. As I mentioned before, there was this time where I played with my with a friend. I still know him. I'm still in contact with him as some sort of old school friend. And I talked to him, and we played this so long, for such a long time. I can't even tell how many hours we spent into this game. I cannot tell anymore. I really cannot. And I also played this really often solo for myself, and did a lot of things for me and just for my playstyle and such. And I don't know, it was just a cool thing. It was just a cool thing. And I forgot something to buy because the girl still needs still needs the other equipment. Totally forgot about that. And we leveled up the spells, for example, that often and that huge and that long that I really don't know. But we made it that hard, that often that our moves, or that our how does it put, that our skill levels, or the magic levels, they're getting that high up that we suddenly have seen that there is something special happening when the magic is going up to level I guess 8.99, and this ain't 8.99. And this was something interesting. This was really something interesting. And I would always do this again. I always would do this again. Every time I would do this again. And I still did this, and we wondered about why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why are the spells looking so differently suddenly? I don't really know. We didn't really know. And then it came along that, hey, this is totally different. This is just normal. We thought first this is some sort of a bug or something, because this was a time where internet was nothing, where internet was not in where not everyone got internet and such, and this was something really funny. This was something a really fun time. The 90s were a really interesting time. I would like to have this time back again, to be honest. Well, some sort of with all these remakes and remasters, and I don't know how much there is coming, or what will still come. There will some sort of this time, some sort of similar time. It's not the same, but it is similar. And I don't know. When I see this remake here, I would think, well, they put in some effort in it. They made some things better. For example, in the original, if your sub character or your secondary or your third character are going too much out of the screen, the player cannot go any further. But in the remake, you can just go without your other players. So this is totally fine. This is something I think it's cool, because this was a nuisance. This was sometimes a real nuisance, a real nuisance. And yeah, this game, The Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo, this was my first Mana game of all time. Later I guess I played the original Mystic Quest, or what was it called? Final Fantasy Adventures. Yeah, I always forget this. Final Fantasy Adventures, Adventures of Mana. Yeah, the original on the Game Boy. I played this a little bit later, I guess, but I didn't know that this has something to do with the Mana series. To be honest, I didn't know this. Because it has not something to do with there was no mana standing in the title or something, and this was the reason why I didn't know that this is a Mana game. I didn't know this, and then there came something out, Secret of Evermore. Yeah, it was Secret of Evermore, and Secret of Evermore was something really interesting though. Because Secret of Evermore was something which I have played. This was a game where this was a game which never came out to Japan, but it was just for the West. It was just a game for the West, and oh boy, please, come here. Oh, this was close. And yeah, after I've seen and played this game, I thought that this game was somehow has something to do with the Mana series. But I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I didn't know, because this game was called Secret of Evermore, and then I thought, well, it has a similar name like Secret of Mana, so needs to be some connection to the secret, to the Mana series, right? Or Secret of series. I thought first it was a Secret of series. No, I was wrong. But Squaresoft at these days thought, well, we didn't got Seiken Densetsu 3, so Trials of Mana, or how fans called it, Secret of Mana 2. So we got this Secret of Evermore, and we thought, okay, we got this, and she's again in trouble. She's again in trouble. Ouchie! I need to be careful. Oh, Papoy is a little bit hard to control. Well, he's not hard to control, but she gets a lot of damage. But Secret of Evermore was an interesting game, to be honest. It was an interesting game. It has an interesting magic system. Well, it was not directly magic, it was alchemy. So Prim is now back at the party, and she should have the sword now. No, they changed this. Wow, they changed this too? Interesting. I never knew this. To be honest, I didn't know this. I really didn't know this, that they changed it. Well, okay. For that. It seems that they indeed changed it. What is she doing? Oh, there we go. It seems like that. I didn't know this. Okay, let's go to weapon level. This we already have a boomerang. Yes, we got this. Okay, let's get some. Let's get another weapon. Let's level her up. Well, it seems they have changed some things, which I didn't know, to be honest. I didn't know this. To be honest, I didn't know this, that they patched this out. When did they patch it out? I didn't know. I really didn't. I thought they would patch they wouldn't have patched this out, but well, okay. Guys, you could technically... Where is Prim? Let's give Prim the axe. To be honest, I totally forgot how cool this game was. I mean... I would not say... How do I put this? I always think about how to say words correct, or how say the sentences correctly. It is interesting. Wait a second. What did I do? I would like to see something. Let me see something for the update. Well, this is just menu box has been. It was just standing that menu box has been changed and such. Well, so nothing special. They're not telling us what kind of box they have removed or overworked. I should play this game more often, to be honest. I should play this game probably a little bit more often. I should give this game a little bit more attention. I mean, I have pretty much fun right now again. It feels like a bit like at the first time where I played it. Because I played this one for the first time in German on my older German channel, and yeah, this was a cool thing. Oh, I totally forgot that she removed her equipment, right? No, she got her equipment back, but she needs this one here. She doesn't got this one here. But on some points I like the models. I like the models. They are looking pretty cool. They are looking more. Let's say you can look these models pretty good here. You'll see they look more like, I would not say chibi. I don't know if you could say chibi or something. They look like well, Popoy is the best character. The Popoy is the best character. Why is the best character, to be honest? And you can give here a tiger suit, Mugu suit. This is so cool. I mean, this is a cool thing. I mean, I totally forgot. I don't know why did I forgot? Why I totally enjoyed this game, and when I was into this game, into this remake for the first time, I thought, oh cool, and oh, this looks so nice, and oh my goodness, I need to go into every single building. Because there was something I wanted to check. I wanted to check up if they added new content eventually. Because there would be a possibility that they could eventually, what I would like to see was the cut content from the game in the remake. This was something I really would like to see. Or what I would like to have to see or something. Because this remake, well, it is not bad. For me, it is not bad. No. I think it's good. But I'm a little bit different than the others. I'm a little bit different than the others. Let's say it like that. I'm a little bit different than the others. And I say it like this because I can enjoy things much easier when I don't have expectations. Expectations is wrong. Expectations, sorry. When I go on something without expectations, then I can enjoy things very much. And that's the reason why I enjoyed this remake. I didn't quite think that they would put in some Unreal Engine 4 graphics or something. This would not fit the game probably. This would not fit the game. And that's the reason why I'm thinking this game is pretty good. And I need to drink more. I'm not drinking enough. I'm not drinking enough, I'm sorry. I'm talking very much, but I'm not drinking enough. This is this is so insane. This is so insane. And then I was, well, when I was into the game, into this remake for the first time, I was like, hey, this looks so cool. This is cool. I like it. I like it. I really like it and such. These kind of things was something I said all the time. I said, hey, this is cool. Wait a second. Oh, what is this? Oh, I knew this. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. And all of this is something I said all the time. This is something I said all the time. And I wanted to go into every single location. I wanted to go into every single location. And this is cool that I totally forgot that they made the extra spaces so I can go through it, because there is there is sometimes in the original that you need to change the weapon to a sword or axe so you can go through it, and they changed this here, and this is cool. This is really cool. But there's so many things. I mean, many people or many enemies are easier. Many people or enemies are easier to defeat, but they cast all the time. Can you see this? This is insane how they cast. Are you seeing this? This is something really weird. I mean, some of the enemies are casting here all the time. And I guess, but they can go out of mana, I guess? They can go out of mana, I guess? I remember that they can go out of mana. Somehow. Wow, he's getting overhealed. Are you seeing this? I need to kill the others. I need to kill the enemies, which are healing him all the time. I guess it's this guy over there. Yeah, it's this guy over there. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it, I'm so... But my companions are a little bit dumb at some points. To be honest, they are sometimes really, really dumb. I mean, you can see this. You can see this by looking at the behavior. They are just letting themselves hit. And they don't care about it. Sometimes they don't just care about it if they get hit or something. They mostly are just letting them to get them hit. And this is something which is really bad. I think it is still cool. Do I have level 1? No, I don't have. What I really like about it, but what I really like about it is the fact that you can play with others again, and all of this makes this game, for me, still good. I mean, many people would still complain about it. Yeah, of course. And I still can understand them somehow. Let's say I can still, I can somehow understand them. I mean, they got eventually higher expectations for the game, and that's probably this is eventually the problem. Well, they showed some stuff for the game. They showed some stuff for the game. They showed trailers and such, and they showed what they got for the game, and what they wanted to show us. And how the game is, and how the remake was, and how the remake is. Well, what I could criticize is the fact that it is not looking like the charming old... yeah, this is the bug I mentioned. This guy can shoot this eye beam out of it and moogle the others, even if the beam is already gone. And when you then go into the near of this enemy, of this eye enemy, then you get moogled. This is somehow stupid. This is somehow stupid. I don't know why this is happening. I really don't know. I don't get it, to be honest, but it is happening. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. These guys are strong. These guys can make a lot of damage, but they can do this in the original too. So, well, I can only say that this game feels not bad, but I would say there are much more worse remasters and remakes. To be honest, they are much more worse. For example, I don't know if you are familiar with Sonic series, but the Sonic Adventure DX cut is just stupid. It is something which is just stupid, to be honest. I played it a lot, to be honest. I played it a lot. But I didn't really enjoy it for some reasons. For many reasons. For many reasons I didn't enjoy it that much. I played it really, really a lot. A real high lot. And pretty often and so on. I tried my best to enjoy it. It was hard on many points because I don't know. It feels a bit weird. It feels a bit wrong in some aspects of the game. But I still tried to enjoy it. And that's what I did. Ouch, I thought there would be something cool in it. Like, I don't know, candy. And that's what eventually went wrong with the game here. But I guess it's the people's fault. It's probably the people's fault. Why is that so? As I mentioned before, if you are expecting too much, then this would happen. This can happen, exactly this. This can happen. You eventually are taking a little bit too much into it. You're putting into too much into it, and this is something which is a failure. But to be honest, I really enjoy it again. I really enjoy it again. It was somehow half of a year where I last played it. I tried to do some things and wondered why I was so failing and such. And yeah, then I tried it again now and play it totally normally and not. Well, what can I say? What means casually? I would not say that I play this game casually, because I know how this feels when you play casually. Let's take 2 of these with me, because this can be bad, or this can be good. I don't know. And well, I don't like the English voice acting, to be honest. I have played with the English voice acting, which felt just weird on some points. And fortunately, you can play with the Japanese one, which I like, which I really like. I think it's good. This is what I think it's good. Yeah. This is what I think, which I would say it's good. So yeah, I just enjoy it. I would say. But by the way, are these the models from the wolf enemies in the Trials of Mana remake? I'm thinking about this because the wolves in the Trials of Mana are, or the wolfmans are werewolves, or how you would call it, are the same sprites like in Secret of Mana. And are these the models eventually for the Trials of Mana remake? Well, not for Kevin, not for Kevin. Kevin has a totally special form and looks totally different from the others. I don't know. I'm so curious about it. I mean, of course you can complain. Of course you can complain all the time. This is something what I hate about the humanity and fans and such. And I'm so stupid. That's stupid. It's my fault. It's all my fault when I die. It's not the fault of the game. It's all my fault, to be honest. And it feels... I don't know if it feels good. Well, I have sometimes the feeling that I am mostly alone with this opinion. Well, there are other persons who are saying that the remake is good. I mean, I'm not the only one, I guess. But sometimes I have the feeling that I'm the only one. Because this game is... Well, it feels like that it is underrated. Yeah, if the game crashes, it is frustrating. I understand this. I totally understand this. This is totally frustrating if the game is crashing and such. I really can understand this. And that's why you probably Well, you probably don't like it, or that's why many people are don't liking it, or not liking it anymore, or not liking it in the first place. One of the reasons. It's not the only reason, but one of the reasons, probably. But yeah, these cutscenes are... They are somehow a little bit... If they feel a bit off. It feels like they are a little bit... yeah, off. Exactly, off. Let's say off. I don't know if I'm the only one who is thinking about that. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think. Is this game good or bad? Or is the remake good or bad? I think it's good. I mean, yeah, you could complain about the graphics, of course. We could complain about the graphics. As I mentioned before, many people said that this game looks like a handy game or a smartphone game or something, and not like a console game or a PC game. Well, it is not like that. I think it's not like that the PC, that the smartphone or handy games are insulting or something. Well, this looks a bit weird. This frame looked a little bit weird there, because the okay, let's go away from there, because the behavior of the of this guy is the same like in the original Secret of Mana. Sometimes I have the feeling that oh shit. Okay, we are all down. Cool and such. Oh, shit. Yeah, he is really doing a lot of shit. But he's a lot easier than in the original, to be honest. I think he's a lot easier to defeat. Oh no, oh no. But here's a higher chance to death cancel. Are you seeing this? This was a death cancel. This was the modern death cancel. Have you seen this? This was the modern death cancel. Because Popoi was dead, but she was not dead. There is a way to death cancel in the Secret of Mana remake. I knew this. This is totally easy to perform. I mean, if you see that she's about to die, then just throw an healing item to her. Then it's happening. It's so easy, right? Right? I mean... And this enemy is really easy compared to the original Super Nintendo version. The Super Nintendo version is pretty hard. Oops. I didn't mean to hit you, I'm sorry. Well, the spear is in her head, well... And yeah, she became a normal NPC. She is not a normal sprite anymore. She is now a normal NPC. Oopsie. But 50 GP is not really much. But to be honest, yeah, it is enjoyable again. But what I have seen is that many people have changed their opinions about the game, about the remake. There are many people who are suddenly saying, "Hey, the remake was good," and such. But even if they said before that the remake was bad. But I think it's good, to be honest. And others are about or start to think it's good too. Because for me, it is better than nothing. I mean, the Mana series is something where I thought that it's dead. This is what I thought. I thought it is dead in the West. And then last year they came with a remake from Secret of Mana, and this is the best thing which could happen to us. And there is no way we are allowed to complain. I mean, there was nearly nothing about the Mana series in the West. There was nothing in the Mana series. There were many handy games on the or smartphone games in Japan, but not for us. Not for us. And then we came with this. And then suddenly this came. And I don't know if I am the only one who's thinking that this is a good thing. I don't know if I'm the only one. But, well, as I mentioned before, many people are suddenly starting to say, hey, the Mana series, or the Secret of Mana remake is pretty good. I changed my mind about this. I've seen some videos, yeah. And it's a good thing that people are suddenly saying this and not, hey, this is the worst thing that you could do. This is something what I have seen too, and I don't know. Well, technically, what I can complain is about these guys here. These guys are a mess. I mean, these guys are really a mess. I mean, they can hit infinitely, technically. Technically, they can hit infinitely, but, well. And yeah, this is still a little bit weird. The whip is sometimes a little bit weird. I would say this is cool. Oh, but this is only my opinion. That's a good thing that we all have different opinions. I mean, this is only naturally. And technically we don't need to go to Luca. This is something what I guess they kept this from the original, because when you go to Undine here, after you have made this this forest tower, or what do I call this? I don't know how the what they. Okay, I hate you. When you finish this, you can go to this location here. What is that? Death cancel? Oh yeah, and Prim got a level up after I healed her. Thank you so much. It is easier in the original to hit enemies, to be honest. It is a little bit easier. This is something I would not complain about this, to be honest. I would not complain about this. Oh my goodness, they are getting a lot of damage here. Did Prim level up right now? By the way, not Prim, boy. Ah, come on. I would like to see. Oh yeah, she did this. What was that about? The ox? I don't know, was it the axe? Oh yeah, the axe. Oh, come on. Are you really doing this? Ouch. Oh my goodness. They hate me right now. They indeed hate me. They have the hate for me. Wow, we are nearly about to die. Every single one of them. Yes. Ah, shit. Well, I hope it's okay. Okay, there we go. Next boss. This guy looks really cute. This guy looks really, really cute. Ton Pole. I guess we can say that, I don't know. I will probably, yeah, save pretty soon. Ah! Damn it! Totally forgot that he's doing this. Nope! Oh, he's such a big... Oh no. Wow, he's doing a lot of damage. I don't know if the behavior is still the same, like in the original. Could you please do something about this? Thank you so much. I don't like to be... Oh, there we go. It has the same, similar behavior, like in the original. It seems like they made more or less the same code, or used the same code, more or less. Yeah, we got Undine. I mean, the elementals are looking good too, to be honest. I think it looks good. Oh, Randy's disappointed about it. I don't know if I'm the only one. Yeah, now we can use magic. It's a pretty good thing, by the way. That is what I mostly am doing. Wait a sec, what did I got? The whip. I guess you cannot be attacked. I forgot about all this. I guess you cannot be attacked when you are about to cast. Or when you cast on the enemies. You cannot be attacked. Which is pretty cool. So, let's use this. There's a way to... Oh, come on. Yeah, every time when she is calling her attack, then you can go into her menu again and do this again. So this is a little bit slow. This is a little bit slower than in the original. In the original, this is totally different. You can, at the moment, at the momentum where your spell has been uncasted, or where the at the moment where the mana elemental is disappearing, at this moment, well, yeah, there you can cast again. Exactly. This is what I wanted to say. And Popeye will die. Or both of them will die. No, Popeye will not die. But Prim will probably die. And she's not looking. Yeah, she's dead. This takes a while. Well, it was not really worth it, to be honest. It was not really worth it. Well, the other difference is from the original, the MP is getting loaded or recharged again when you are having a level up. In the original, it was not the case. In the original, it was not the case. Thinking about playing this game again tomorrow. I'm thinking about it because I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I was thinking about playing Legend of Mana, by the way, because I never played through Legend of Mana. I never played this through. The reason for that is that we never got it. We never got it. We never got the game. Unfortunately, Europe never got it. America got it, but Europe not. It's a little bit of a shame. Well, it is how it is, right? Okay, we are fully filled up. And we will save here. So... yeah, save again. Yep. And I would say, for today, I would say thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope I could give you some, in-depth for the Secret of Mana remake, what I think about this, about all this, and well, you can tell me, of course, on YouTube in the comments, because this will be saved. What do you think about the remake and such? And for now, I would say thank you everybody so much for watching. Have a nice day, evening, and so on. For now, I would say bye-bye and see you soon!